Fans can be a little spoiled, just like the amount of success that this franchise has had.
Kyle Hamilton, did you get that video? So Kyle Hamilton got asked about Zach Orbrad, like just recently, like just right as we started the show today.
Now we go.
And Kyle Hamilton, he made an emphasis here on how he thinks that fans should react to the situation, and also that, hey, you can't put this solely on Zach or shoulders. So, Zach, let's play that clip.
What was the last part?
It's just a matter of you guys making more plays.
Yeah, I don't think it's whatever criticism he's getting. I don't know. I feel like sometimes Ravens fans can be a little spoiled, just like the amount of success that this franchise has had. We lose 5 games and the world's about to end. I think on Zach, it's unfair to put all the blame on him when there's 11 guys out there on the field that are playing their hearts off, and he's put us in the right positions. It's just a matter of us doing the right stuff, and that's where I feel like the critiques of Zach or whatever coaches are unfair, because he can't go out there and play for us, and as much as he wants to, he can't. So it's up to us to go out and get the job done. So it's not a Zach thing, it's not a coaching thing on the defensive side of the ball. It's just players got to get the stuff right.
I'm sure that some Ravens fans aren't going to like that comment, specifically of saying that they've been spoiled because of how the Ravens have been. The MO for the culture for Baltimore has been they control the line of scrimmage. You're not going to run on the Ravens, period.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in this and be a contender each and every year, which they have been.
That's been a 30-year identity, by the way. So I don't know if I agree with Kyle there a whole lot. Like, spoiled, I don't think is a good word for it. I think just like conditioned.
The expectation. It's the expectation.
That's what I'm saying. And like that's we talk about Tomlin, the standard is the standard. Like that's the standard for Baltimore. You got great defense. You're not gonna give up in the trenches. And like that's just been the identity for Baltimore. I don't think that is fans being spoiled.
Yeah, I think it was I think he was completely wrong. Listen, if they were sitting here with the number 10 defense, with the number 16 defense, and they were sitting low upper to middle of the pack, and he was sitting there going, hey, we're fans are spoiled. They're used to all-time great defenses, all that. You can make an argument. If we were losing games but defense was still top 10 or something, then I think there's an argument. You're dead last. You are the laughing stock of the National Football League right now. People are making jokes about how you were supposed to be 5 first-round picks in the secondary. None look like they're showing up. It's not spoiled. They're dead last in categories. I completely disagree with the spoiled thing. If we were top 10, top 15, then it's like, yeah, they're spoiled by these all-time great defenses. We're not asking to be the greatest defense of all time.
No.
We're asking not to be the worst defense in the league. Like, and that's where I think
be competitive.
And what I hate is everything he said after that was 1,000% right. Yes, it's not all on Zach Orr. Yes, the players have to stick up. All of that stuff. He was completely right.
Right.
I just don't. The fans spoiled because of the success thing. I don't think that's true, because I think they're one of, if not the worst statistical unit in the league right now. That's not we're spoiled and want more. No. That's, hey, you're supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. Why are you, with 5 first-round picks in the secondary, why are you the worst statistical defense in football?
I honestly, if he could have taken that word back, he would, because I don't think he was trying to articulate that in the message, because the rest of the time he was just trying to say, hey, Zach is not the reason why we're going out there and struggling. We are giving it up. We are not making the plays.
Yeah.
And we can go back to I have the video. I played this yesterday when I did the video about Dan Campbell. And I just want you guys to hear Dan Campbell talk about what the players do practice-wise. And this is nothing, again, I want to say about how the Ravens practice, because I don't know, and I know those guys are going to bust their ass. But this is the point I want to try to make. So here's Dan Campbell talking about his best players on the practice field and how that goes to them and the confidence on game day.
Our hardest workers are our best players. It's not lip service. It's not fake. It's not our best players are our hardest workers. Go out and watch them practice, and it's like that every day. And so that's the standard. That's the standard. So if you're not up to that standard with the effort matching what our best players do, then you're not going to be around here very long. So that makes the rest of your guys, everybody just falls in line. Anybody that comes in or we acquire, the young guys, all of it, man. And that's the way we play. That's what we do.
So when I hear that, the best players and their identity of who they are, David Montgomery is going to smack you when he's coming through the line of scrimmage. Amon-Ra is not afraid to get dirty and block, but when you need him to make a play, he will go against your best and then score a touchdown on a hot mic, let everyone know whose field it is.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, like, that might be the hot mic of the year.
Yeah.
But the point being is, like, that's his mentality. He goes, I want your best. Marlon's one of your best. I am going to win the route. And he did. Aiden Hutchinson was being double teamed at times. He wasn't making the impact early in the game, but guess what? High motor. He was running to get Lamar Jackson on multiple times when he was trying to scramble. And then guess what? He makes the biggest impact play on a hustle play. He could have shut it down, but he turned around, made the play, and that was a game changer. Go ahead.
But who makes that identity, right, Rip? Like, I understand that, and I'm with Nick as far as, hey, like, the onus is on the players. I buy that to a certain extent, and the players are going to say that about themselves because they have that much pride in themselves and they know that they can be better. But there is, like, the identity gets created, a culture. Like, we could just talk about a business. A culture gets created in a business by the leadership, by the CEO, by the CEO who puts leaders to manage other groups. It works the same way as a team. You have to create that identity. And for whatever reason, that identity isn't there. It wasn't really there last year. We saw glimpses of that in really like the last quarter of last year, with especially on the defensive side. We saw some of that identity, but it wasn't really like we really fear the Ravens defense. And it's definitely not that right now. The offense is still very much there. Like, holy crap, we know the Ravens are going to score a shit ton of points. But we also know that they're going to blow it at the end of the game, or we can just run right over them. And that's what they did last year. We're kind of seeing that this year. There has to be an identity, and there isn't one, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, here's my thing with the identity talk is because I hear what you're saying on the defensive side, but with Zach Orr leading the defense last year, the last 8 weeks, because I'll pull this up, but week 13 all the way to the final round that they got eliminated from the playoffs, the Baltimore Ravens were the best defense in every single statistical category for the last 8 weeks. That reminds me a lot of when Mike McDonald took over, and people were praising Mike McDonald. So is that a combination in my mind of going, was their schemes and the confidence that the team was playing with, was it so good? Was it that much better last year than the team that you have now? Now, granted, Matt Abike not in the middle of the field for them, that hurts. And I am sick to my stomach on what it could mean for him, because anything with a neck,
saw that with Zach Orr.
Anytime you hear neck, and Zach Orr specifically, but in baseball, I still remember guys that I played with, any neck injury, nothing was short term. And that's baseball. Prince Fielder had his career, his career was cut short because of a neck issue. And that's in baseball. Now we're talking about football, most physical sport that you can play, and with a guy that's going to get hit on every play at the line. Nothing short-term with this. Best case is long-term and you get him back. But then there's the other case that we don't want to talk about because you know that that's a possibility. But regardless, for Baltimore, what I guess I'm getting at here is, was last year's, was Zach Orr running it, was the Ravens defense that much better? Or are the guys not playing with that confidence? Maybe it's somewhere in the middle, because I just don't see how.
I'm not giving you the last eight games. I'm not understanding the last 8 games, because 8 games back from last season was that Cincinnati Bengals game at night where they gave up 400.
I counted the playoffs, the 2-1. So week
13
okay. To the final games in the playoffs, because that the Ravens in the playoffs in Buffalo, they played well.
Yeah.
They played really well. What'd they do? They turned the ball over. And then people are going to look at the Mark Andrews play.
Yeah.
So week 13 to the end, Baltimore, and I think I have the graph right here. Hold on. When I move, you move, Zach, under 3 seconds. Under. I know Kevin's in the background saying under 2.
Since that Bengals game last year, the most points that were given up were the Chargers at 23 and then the Eagles at 19.
So here it was, and this was on the Up and Adams the other day. Scoring defense first, total defense first, pass defense first, third down percentage first, red zone first, opposer passing rating first. So I look at that and go, you upgraded in the secondary. You lose your best interior guy, but then you add Mike Green in the draft. Yeah, you're down Kyle Van Noy, but
Mike Green got thrown around too.
And also I want to preface this.
He's a rookie.
The Lions are a really damn good team. Their offensive line, even with their issues, are really damn good. But this is where I kind of sit and go, damn. Could Zach Orr do a better job? Absolutely. Like, I'm not going to say that he's not doing the best. The results aren't there.
Right.
But how did a team that went from woof the first 10 weeks change it around to then 2 weeks through the first 3 weeks they had these 2 games where you go, what the hell's happening? That's where I kind of sit in this.